You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath. As you pass it off so cavalier, but even that's a test, constantly aware of it all. My lonely ears rest against the walls of your words. I pray you catch me whispering, I pray I catch you listening. I pray you catch me whispering, I pray you catch me.
Interior, bedroom, night. Two giggling shadows appear in the bedroom doorway.
Anna Crow moves into the room. Anna is the rare combination of beauty and innocence.
Malcolm Crow.
In his 30s, with thick, wavy hair and striking, intelligent eyes that squint from years of intense study.
Anna smiles playfully and begins to pull off her sweater.
Malcolm can't hold back a grin as he joins in.
His grin quietly disappears.
Malcolm's face turns to raucous as attention is drawn to the shattered window in their bedroom.
A shadow from the bathroom flats over both of them. Anna screams! Ah! Sir, you've broken a window and entered a private residence. Do you understand me?
You don't understand so many things, Doctor.
Do I know you?
Let's all celebrate Dr. Malcolm Crow, recipient of awards from the mayor on the news. Dr. Malcolm Crow. He's helped so many children, and he doesn't remember my name?
Malcolm can't speak. The stranger's face starts to tremble.
I was only 10. I was afraid. You called it acute anxiety. I'm still afraid. You were wrong.
Malcolm looks like he got hit in the face with a sledgehammer.
Vincent? Vincent Gray? No, I remember you. You were a good kid. Smart, compassionate, unusually compassionate.
You forgot cursed. You failed me.
Let's go, girls. Let's start those warm-ups.
Gymnastics is kind of an interesting sport. You either are or you aren't.
OMG, but it's sickening.
They tell you right away if you're gonna make it to the next level. They can see it in you.
I'm sorry. I can't see it in you, sis.
Oh yeah? You're one to talk.
It's in the way you jump.
It's in the way you move.
I just always was one.
Perfectly suited for gymnastics.
I was tiny,
Strong.
fearless.
It's almost like flying.
It is flying.
The feeling of having power. That's what a lot of people don't talk about. The flying thing, that comes after the power and feeling that command over your body and doing stuff that regular people can't do.
We are infatuated with gymnastics. It has the beauty and the power and the drama of it all.
Rule number 1 of gymnastics.
Always be in control.
Elite Olympic gymnasts are typically 15.
16, 17 years old.
So, you have to start young to get good. I don't think there's a sport harder in terms of the pressure put on by the coaches and the parents. It's one of the most demanding sports.
I have no friends. No one will play with me.
Uh-oh, there's a friend in need.
Who are you?
I'm the good guy, and I've just come from the Good Guy Clubhouse, and I'll be your friend till the end.
You will? You mean you'll always listen no matter what?
Sure I will. Heidi-ho. La 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 la.
Hey, good guys, boy, have I got news for you. Now you can have your very own good guy doll. That's right, you can have all the adventure we have on TV in your own home. Remember, tell your mom and dad you want a good guy. La 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 la.
Our relationship with children is complicated.
Sure. We can buy a manual that tells us how to raise them. but it's still pretty hard.
Trust us. All three of us either were or are in fact
Children! And something each of us remember,
Or even still experience.
Is not being listened to.
Yet, here's the thing. We expect kids to listen to us.
always.
without reprieve.
Instant speed.
Yet when they come to tell us that a monster's hiding in their closet,
We tell them to fuck off!
Natalie!
What?
I'm literally a monster, and I would never tell a kid to fuck off.
That's because you don't have kids.
anyways, Andrea Nair, psychotherapist who specializes in child-parent relationships, writes that parents
Or anyone helping to raise a child.
have a significant role in how they develop trust, not only between them, but for all future relationships.
But wait, there's more.
Children find their voices by being heard.
Listening to our children is vital if we want them to speak up when it matters.
Here's the issue.
Children don't know the difference between the stories about the monsters in their closet and the stories about harm they've suffered.
For kids, the line between imagination and reality is so much closer than adults.
So when parents blow off the story about the monster hiding in their closet, children may get used to being ignored.
Then they take what we show them and assume the world will treat them the same.
How many times would you continue to speak out if you're never listened to?
Silencing is caused by speaking,
But
never being heard.
Kids are starting to speak out more than ever.
we have the tools to communicate constantly, yet we forget communication could be a two-way street.
We owe it to our next generation of humans.
To listen more and talk less.
Imagine telling a debater to talk less.
I've been thinking about trying out debate.
Emma? Don't joke about that.
No, Natalie, this is exactly what we were talking about. We have to listen. It's clearly a cry for help. Using some poetry.
Drama.
And unfortunately, some very intense nonfiction.
We are excited to present a theater.
That's gonna sound way better.
If you listen.
I wanted to be a zookeeper because zookeepers are always smiling.
And I wanted to be an actress because actresses get to be on stage and they always know what to say.
And I wanted to be a teacher because teachers are so good at being adults, they get to teach kids how to do it.
I wanted to be a grown-up because grown-ups don't have to listen to assholes. Step on the glass, staple your tongue, ah. There be your friend, try to wake up, ah.
Mommy, wake up!
Oh, seriously, honey? It's 6:30 in the morning.
But it's a beautiful day outside, see?
Happy birthday, pumpkin.
You mean with my presents, Mommy?
Okay, close your eyes. Keep them closed, all right? Natalie, can you? All right, this took me a while to wrap. Okay, open them.
Oh, wow, I think I know what it is!
You do, huh?
A good guy, I knew it! I knew you'd get me one!
Show me how it works, okay?
Hi, I'm Andy. What's your name?
Hi! I'm the good guy, and I'll be your friend till the end! Hi-ho!
He sure is something, huh?
He's a good guy.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleeping. You're on your tippy toes creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal.
Hi. Excuse me. Hi, I'm the new girl.
Yeah, we know who you are.
You do?
Yeah! That doesn't mean we want to talk to you.
Okay, I'm up on half the this is really fierce.
Thanks. It's called the bio.
I mean, what do you want?
It's nothing. It's just my leg's not feeling right.
Oh, you should go see Larry. He's really good.
Does she always walk like that?
Yeah, but listen, be careful in there.
With the trainer?
USA's official doctor for the last 20 years was the good guy in this whole web of people you have to deal with in pro gymnastics.
He was seen as the guardian angel of the gymnasts.
So, when multiple women came forward with multiple accounts of sexual abuse and assault,
Many were left stunned. Not me.
Not me.
not me.
And at the highest level of gymnastics is a huge money machine on a global level.
But at the heart of it are very young girls and their bodies.
And under everyone's nose,
A master manipulator is granting himself unbridled access to countless young women and girls.
he's the bad guy. Duh. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Interior, den, afternoon. Malcolm flips open a worn file folder. Handwritten notes fill every line. At the top of this page reads, Vincent Gray, age 10, referred January 1989. Words and phrases are circled throughout the file. Acute anxiety, socially isolated, possible mood disorder. Malcolm flips the page. At the top of this new page reads, Cole Sear, age 8, referred January 1998, and just like Vincent. Acute anxiety, socially isolated, possible mood disorder. Cole appears in the doorway. Malcolm sits up and smiles.
You want to sit?
Cole nods softly no.
Well, how about we play a game first?
Cole looks a little more interested.
I'll read your mind. If what I say is right, you take a step forward. If I'm wrong, you take a step back. If you reach the chair, you sit. If you reach the door, you can go. Deal?
Cole tilts his head and nods yes. Malcolm presses his fingers to his temple like a vaudeville magician. He closes his eyes tight.
Just after your mom and dad got divorced, your mom went to see a doctor like me, but he didn't help her. So you think I'm not going to be able to help you?
Cole, surprised, takes a small step forward.
You have a secret, but you don't want to tell me.
Cole takes another step. The next step will put him at the chair. Malcolm lowers his fingers from his temple. Cole is wearing a large silver watch. It swims on his thin wrist. Could probably slide up to his shoulder.
Your father gave you that watch as a present before he left?
Cole takes a step back. Feet.
He forgot it in a drawer. It doesn't work.
Feet.
You're a quiet kid, but an excellent student. You've never really been in any serious kind of trouble before.
Feet. Cole takes another step back. Feet.
We could draw anything we wanted, so I drew a man. He got hit in the neck by another man with a screwdriver.
An uncomfortable silence overtakes the den.
You saw that on TV, Cole?
Cole takes another step back. Feet.
Because everyone got upset, you know? They had a meeting, Mama started crying. I don't draw like that anymore, though. I draw people smiling, dogs, rainbows. They don't have meetings about rainbows.
I guess they don't.
Malcolm looks down at Cole's feet. They're almost at the doorway. One more step and he's there. Cole is very still.
What am I thinking now?
Malcolm takes his time before speaking. He just stares. No fingers to the temple, no games. He just stares.
I don't know what you're thinking, Cole.
You can't help me.
Cole's tiny figure steps away. Malcolm stares helplessly at the empty doorway. I wanted to be a grown-up because grown-ups always know what to say. Grown-ups always know what they want, and grown-ups always have a good answer.
Who are you talking to, sweetie?
My good guy doll.
Really? What's he been saying?
He said that he's been sent down from heaven by Daddy to play with me.
Really? Anything else?
Yes, he said that Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved.
How could you say something so horrible?
I didn't say it, the good guy did.
Andy, stop it. You know perfectly perfectly well that you're making this all up.
But I'm not. It's the good guy. He's alive. I promise he really is.
So, how did this good guy get away with 20 years of rampant abuse?
I know how.
Why was no one told?
We told.
If only someone said something.
But we did say something. If only someone listened.
At Michigan State alone, there were 17 reported incidents of sexual abuse from Nassar.
They did not believe a single girl.
Larissa Boyce
Did tell someone. The people who worked for Michigan State over 20 years ago, before any of us were even born yet. Larissa, at the time, was 16.
I went to MSU Youth's Gymnastics Club, one Larry Nassar volunteered for. And my head coach there was a woman named
Kathy Clegus, Michigan State's head gymnastics coach.
And so Kathy had me come into her office, and I did specifically tell her, Larry was putting his fingers inside of me.
You must be misunderstanding. He would never do anything inappropriate.
She didn't listen.
Larissa was intimidated and shut down by Kathy Clegus, another adult she was told to trust.
Rule number 1 of gymnastics, always be in control.
And so I think I just raised my hands and I said, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. It's not my intention. And so I ended up apologizing to Larry for what he did to me. I felt so embarrassed. I felt humiliated. I convinced myself that I must be the problem, and I better just suck it up. So I hopped back on that table, and he continued to abuse me for the next 4 years.
I remember hating myself by the age of 7.
Journals filled to the brim with criticisms.
By 8,
I had enough pages to stitch them into wings,
to fly close enough to the sun,
to see my tears turn into steam,
felt the wax burn on my shoulders and mold into thick skin.
I will always be a woman of wounds.
A rope-marked neck and melted skin.
When I started writing,
I smeared my blood onto every page
to remind myself that everything beautiful has a consequence.
Now you listen here, okay? No one believes you about the good guy doll. And unless you start telling the truth right now, they're gonna take you away from me.
You hear that? They're gonna take me away unless you say something. Come on, say something. Say something, come on, tell me why you lied to me about everything. Say something, please!
I'm the good guy, and I'll be your friend till the end. Hidey-ho!
Shh.
Mommy, he's doing it on purpose. He told me never to tell anyone or he'd kill me.
After 2 decades of terrorizing and abusing little girls, it wasn't until
Rachel Dunn Hollander,
as a 25-year-old woman, went to the Indianapolis Star and publicly named
Larry Nassar,
for his abuse.
For the first time in 20 years, people began to listen.
At the trial that would lead to his conviction,
The Honorable Judge Rosemary Aquilina allowed any and all victims, 156 of them, to read impact statements. Their voices were finally heard.
good morning. My name is Kyle Stevens, and I'm here to publicly address you today as a final step in statement to myself, and that I have nothing to be ashamed of. When I was approximately 6 years old, Larry Nassar began to sexually abuse me under the guise of medical treatment. Let me remind you, the interest of a 6-year-old little girl. My favorite TV show was Clifford the Big Red Dog. And my favorite book was Junie B. Jones. I couldn't even do a multiplication problem. Someone of this maturity level should not be sexually active. I was 12 years old when I finally told my parents, when Larry rubs my feet, he uses his penis. My parents chose to believe Larry over me. My father's belief that I had lied seeped into the foundation of our relationship. And every time we got into a fight, he would say, "You need to apologize to Larry." But I hurt worse as I watched my father realize what he put me through. And so my father and I attempted to patch up our tattered relationship until he committed suicide in 2016.
Clean us like the rain in spring. Take the chlorine out of conversation. Let your light reflect on me. I promise I'm not hiding anything. It's water. Ooh, we are water, pure as water, like a newborn daughter.
Adults prefer and protect adults.
We say we protect children, but children are second-class citizens.
They don't vote.
They don't have power.
And it's so much easier to let a child's needs go.
What we really have to do is we have to start listening to our kids. A wonderful human being once said that we aren't raising children, we are raising adults.
Our friends over at Educate, Change, Inspire give some great advice when interacting with children.
Number 1,
Talk to them as if they were adults. No one likes being talked down to.
ban baby talk.
If they don't know the words you're using, teach them a new word.
Number 2,
Talk through irrational claims. Even if they don't know what the words you're using, ask for their opinions.
Even if it's something small, this helps both validate the child's thoughts and ideas, while also helping you view them as a person.
Not just a person in training.
And number 3,
Talk through irrational claims.
always.
Yes, kids sometimes make stuff up.
yes, kids sometimes exaggerate.
But if they realize they will be listened to every time, they'll begin to understand that their actions have consequences.
Like an adult.
Interior, basement office, night. Malcolm brings a worn black tape recorder to his mouth. Click.
I'm starting to realize Vincent tried to tell me something back then, to show me something, and I didn't listen. And I realized too many years later that I failed him.
Beat.
Cole Sear allowed me to witness something today. He is reaching out. And this time, I'm going to listen.